increasingly cloudy with sun peeking through on this potential severe weather day in the greater Bloomington metropolitan area, especially central and southern Illinois, and especially where the cloud cover has hung on and the winds are still coming out of the south, primarily south of me because I have a northeast wind here. So there was some kind of cold front or a trailing warm front that pushed south through the area. That leads me to believe we're just going to get heavy rain here and less severe weather in my local region, but south and southeast of me, I would be very, very concerned later on today. Now, the Bitcoin price. The crypto market is very, very nervous right now because we have a lot of people that aren't preaching what they say, that they're long-term hodlers, but they're really swing traders and gamblers, because I get lots of questions about where the price is. They're trying to bounce in and out. That's a really bad way, and Robert Kiyosaki would slap the fucking everlasting shit out of you guys for buying and selling the same fucking stock 7 or 8 times in a week because you make a few percent, but then you're paying fees and taxes and fees and taxes and fees. And when you do your taxes at the end of the year, especially my U.S. audience and some of the other communist countries and socialist countries that have a very high tax rate, you guys are going to get fucking hammered by these taxes. You just need to buy and hodl. Like some of you guys bought here, sold here, bought here, sold here, bought here, and now you're trying to sell here to buy here. That's 5 fucking buys and sells in 1 week. You're paying taxes 5 fucking times on the same money. It doesn't make any sense to do it that way, right? Buy fucking here and fucking sell 1 time, right? Buy here, ride the pump, and it comes down, buy more. Ride the pump, then it comes down, buy more, then sell. You fucks, come on, get your fucking shit together. You guys need a plan. You guys really need these classes and my technical analysis, trading alerts, and personal videos that I make for you guys, because you need to get your shit together, because you're just buying and selling and gambling day by day. At Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing, we don't gamble. We probability-based trade and invest, right? We invest. That's why you keep asking me, why don't I signal more buy alerts and then sell alerts? Because I don't tell you to buy and then sell 5 minutes later. If I'm telling you to fucking buy, you're going to fucking buy for a massive move, and then you're going to dump at once and profit and pay taxes 1 time, pay fees 1 time, right? That's why if you want to start accumulating Bitcoin for the long haul, and again, with the long haul, you guys keep asking me, where the fucking, Vincenzo, where the fuck is the bottom at? Well, can you fucking believe the fucking bottom won't be in for months, maybe fucking years? Well, I'm getting the shit kicked out of me now, Vincenzo. Well, the bottom's not going to be in now. I gave you a little insight yesterday on a sneak little tiny tidbit on what goes into the data probability-based set in my company made industry exclusive computer model forecasting, a little method to my madness on how I forecast the stock market. And you can see our black little line is just a medium, what I think is going to go on and what it's been going on. But we're going to get rid of that because we don't need that right now for purposes of what we're talking about. Yes, I know you guys. Yes, I know you guys want me to go over the fucking coins. But if you guys don't understand this, you're not going to understand where the coin's going, and you're just going to be lost, right? Look at the way if we zoom out to the daily time frame, look at the way my 2 tracks and my 1 bullish one that obviously didn't play out. You don't have to be a fucking stock genius to figure that out. But I only put 3 different scenarios, 2 bearish, 1 bullish, because I didn't want to clutter this. But this is what I use to make my forecast and decipher, sniff out, detect, and allow you to sidestep and profit from these future trading patterns like we're in now in the white descending lines, right? Before you even happen and get there. Because I use a probability computer-based software system that I developed. And that's how I nailed Dogecoin. A fucking Dogecoin. I fucking love Dogecoin. I've been nailing that fucking call. Draining threes, baby. He's draining threes. Can you fucking believe that? He's nailing every call on Doge. And then I nailed XLM, XRP, BTC, XLM, Digibyte, and all the rest of them, right? And you can see, as we started into this wedge, as we pull out our company and YouTube favorite line tool with an arrow, otherwise known as what I'm going to make YouTube famous on your stock trading analysis, assholes, perching tool. I'm going to perch from the overhead resistance. And you can see when we entered this pattern, the bullish, the bearish, the bullish in white, the bearish in red, and the bearish in yellow all traded together. And so right here, the meaning of the track told me this price was going to start coming down and then trade sideways and then come down and then trade sideways and down, because the pattern's telling me. And right here, you can see all three patterns, the bullish and the two bearish, all at an intersection right here. And you can see which patterns won, the bears, because the bulls went way up there. That's why I said jabroni buy, 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 jabroni buy. If you're trying to quick swing trade this on a huge move way up here to retest some of these key higher levels, I told you that wasn't going to happen and the price was going to come down, because that's just what the price was going to do, because it had to come down, right? The market was telling you. Now, if you look at what we got going on here for the extended period with Bitcoin, right? This is in-depth TA for you guys on the fly. Pour a little pointer tool back out. We're going to perch from up here this time. You can see the pattern is down. Every now and then you pump. Big return possible. Big return possible. Big return possible. But you got to time your buys. Not here. Not here. Jabroni. 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 Jim Harbaugh way up there or way down there. I'll decide where to put Jim. He's either going to be up there or down there, right? And this would be Vincenzo money on the $20,000 line. This might be where I buy Bitcoin at the $20,000 mark. And if we hold support and then pump up to this 40, that could be a quick 2x return. But then I would be dumping into the run, into the rally. You always dump into the rally because it's easier to dump into the rally than try to dump on the crash, right? It's a lot harder to dump down because the price falls so fast. But this might be where I put my first ever Bitcoin buy alert for a massive swing trade once we approach that $20,000 mark, and then a major buy alert maybe down at $10,000. But we have to play it by ear as we eventually make it down here. According to the track, by June, we should trade our way down on this rising wedge as we've progressed down, and we should be down here by 20,000 sometime mid to late June, maybe even early June, but more like mid to late June. And I will keep you updated because I think this is an extended down and sideways. And you can see from the top where I said jabroni price was rising in an upwards rising wedge. After a pumping price and pumping volume, you had crashing volume, sideways and up consolidation into a rising wedge, into a tightening range at the end. Right when I started making videos up here and right there and told you the price was going to come down here, right? And I said jabroni. This is where the jabronis were made in all the coins. And this is where Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing made its name, right here. We said jabroni, 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 emergency sell alerts. It's going to crash jabronis, and bam, bam, son, the floor dropped out. That's why we made the Duck Hunter for Isaac, because he shot him down at key resistance. And then when it bottomed here, I was driving home for a holiday weekend, and I said you could pump up the overhead resistance, and then you're going to come down. And what'd you do? You came down, and you had the great dump of May 24th, 2021. And then the great buyers are trying to come back in now just to get another great dump that's about to happen, right? And Bitcoin, LITECOIN, my LITECOIN posse, same thing. I'll superimpose some tracks on here to give you something, but you can see what's going on. We have major overhead resistance, and I'm on Twitter, and these are the kind of trading alerts you get at $205, and you're running into it right now. But on the fly TA, what I drew you out this morning is you have no volume still. You gotta have fucking volume, guys, to make this shit happen. The volume's still crashing all the way back here. The only volume you get is sell volume, sell volume, sell volume, right? That's bearish. Very bearish. So the most likely probable solution today is you get rejected again off this overhead moving at, or this overhead upper resistance, right? And the moving averages are trying to support it, but if we zoom in the 15, right, you're already getting rejected off of it. And you see there is just no volume there. You got an up and sideways consolidation with no volume, very bearish. That's why I drew this on you. You're probably going to trade along this today, maybe a little fake out, And then I think you're going to eventually come back down, right? That's what I think's going on there, right? Oh, I moved the price target. It's like $200. But I think it's going to come down. It's just what I think is going to happen with no volume, right? And this is your lower target. Way, way down there. You can see we already hit it once right there. That's how we know that that might be a lower target. This is where this overhead resistance runs into major support. And for my Litecoin buddy that is trapped in a trade, but he only has like $300 in there and he can't get out of right now, because I believe he bought up here. Another great call made by Vincenzo'S Gold Crypto Investing with my probability-based system called this crash, had a price target of $72, right? And we wicked down on that first pump to $120, right? But I think we have eyes for here. But that guy I told you, when it gets to here, if you're patient enough, if it doesn't bounce before then, which I'm not seeing the signs of bailing you out up to here, you had $350. When it hits that $90, $80, $70 level, start buying $50 at 100, $100 more dollars at 80, $300 at 70, or whatever. We'll come up with a plan for you. I'm not a financial advisor, nor do I play one on my own radio show. This is strictly educational and entertainment. Targisian trading alert. Remember Riley Martin show coming up, his third ever episode this weekend. He has conspiracy theories on XRP and the Biavians and Targisians. They come from a far, far away a galaxy called Biave, right? He talks about that, but we can come up with a plan. This might be a great spot to pump. Not that high, but if you buy here and double down and you get your average price from here down to here, you can ride that pump to here. Now you're in profit, even with fees when you sell there. Because on live TA, what looks to me like we got going on now, you got to wait for price action. It looks like another bearish continuation pattern possibly developing here. Pull out our, no, not that one. We want our industry favorite line tool with an arrow, or the perching tool, but in this case, it's line tool with an arrow. You can see we got upper resistance and what's sort of forming here. See, my radar risk is severe weather in your area within the next 24 hours. My subscribers, Targisian trading alert. I will keep you up to date on that severe weather and if and when it approaches the greater Bloomington metropolitan area. Or if you're a subscriber and you get a severe weather alert and you need to know what's going on, comment to me and I will quickly upload a live radar and I will discuss with you the updraft and the storm. Is there any hail in there? Do I see any rotation on radar within the supercell? Right? I can detect that for you. I'm an expert, 30 years of experience in weather forecasting. I do snow predictions in the wintertime, and I'm dead on. People love it. But it's kind of interesting. I'm not really sure what we're forming here. It seems to be a falling channel, right? Or a bearish continuation pattern channel. And I think you're going to get rejected. And you're going to come down to the bottom of this. Just like we were saying. I think you're going to end up down here. Then you could come back there. You know, you could do some of that. But I would say the probability based, what I'm seeing is this is not going to break much above the $200 overhead resistance. And the 200-day moving average, the 200-day moving average in green, that's closely slithering and sliding down and oozing like a snake along that upper resistance. At the $200 down sloping level. Like if you meet it down here, it's 179. If you would have met it up there, it's 251. You see what I mean? But at current price, it's about the $200 level, and that moving average is slithering with it. But the volume is crashing. So I think you're going to trade along that, maybe get a couple of fake outs up to 205, 210 possible, not likely, but possible. And then I think you trade along it and down. Like, subscribe, and share. That was a brief Bitcoin update and Litecoin update. More updates to come. Peace and love. Smooth Jazz 107.3 Detroit AM FM. Vincenzo'S Gold Crypto Investing. Appreciate you listening to their radio network. Peace and love. Peace and love.